Next in sports, the Red Sox is off to a hot start in Little League Baseball. His coach pitch and T-ball team are now in playoff preparation mode.
A bit more competitive than we are used to, but just looking forward to the playoffs. Kids have progressed a lot. I've seen it in their fielding and their hitting, so just expecting them to do better in the championships. I always tell the kids, baseball is played from the ground up, so most likely if the ball is hit, it's going to be on the ground, so always be prepared. Always expect the ball to be coming to me.
And last in sports, the Bahamas won its 7th straight Curved swimming title and 9th in the last 10 Curved swim meets. No other country has won more than 4 in a row in the history of the championships. The Bahamas finished with 779 points. Jamaica was second with 795.5 points. And the host country, Trinidad and Tobago, rounded out the top 3 nations with 735 points. Ladies and gents, that's your quick check on sports. Your Facebook friend of the day is next. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Did you know that if a fire starts in your home, you may have as little as 2 minutes to escape? Keep your family and home safe with these few fire safety preparation and prevention tips. Ensure that your home has working smoke detectors. They will alert you if there is smoke and fire in your home. Install a smoke detector on every level of your home, inside each bedroom and outside each sleeping area. Test smoke detectors every month and change the batteries every 6 months. Home fires can spread rapidly and every second counts. Create an escape plan and practice it with everyone in your home. Make sure everyone can safely escape in less than 2 minutes. Keep escape routes as clutter-free as possible so no one trips or falls on the way out to an emergency. In addition to smoke detectors, fire extinguishers is an important device to have on hand. To use a fire extinguisher, remember the acronym PASS. Pull the pin, aim the nozzle, squeeze the handle, and sweep from side to side at the base of the fire. We must all do our parts to ensure that our families and homes are safe in the event a fire occurs. On behalf of the Commissioner of Police, the Director of Fire Services, and all officers of the Fire Department, let's work together to help prevent fires, because fire safety is everyone's responsibility, and the life you save may be your own.
#1 team in the north. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's going to do it for us here in the north. I'm Jolanda Thompson-Alvarez.
And I'm Jay Philippe.
The Bahamas Tonight coming your way next.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together we are unstoppable. Switch today.
First at 11. The Prime Minister touting his administration's stride towards energy reform. And with renewable energy and other partnerships, the price of electricity is expected to drop in the long term. Also, a sit-down with the Minister for Energy and Transport as the Bahamas delves into an energy transformation that is expected to bode well for both residential and commercial consumers. And amid an uptick in measles cases globally, health officials in the Bahamas are taking a proactive approach to keeping cases limited here. We hear more tonight on how you can play your part. The Bahamas Tonight at 11 starts now. Good evening, everyone. I'm Royson Jones, and this is the Bahamas Tonight at 11. Welcome to the broadcast. The Davis administration brands the country's energy sector as complex and evolving, making it clear that change won't happen overnight. However, the new energy policies and partnerships being deemed the most ambitious energy reform agenda ever initiated in the country's history. In Parliament this morning, the Prime Minister expounded on his administration's goal to transform national energy sector and detailed the millions of dollars in expected savings. Fern Carey leads us off tonight at 11.
Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honourable Philip Davis, touting the government's multi-million-dollar energy reform plan as the largest investment of its kind in the country's history. He noted that the measures, which are being carried out in partnership with local independent and international power providers, is necessary given the ongoing challenges Bahamas Power and Light is facing with its aging infrastructure and increased demand from customers. The reforms are also expected to drive down costs for consumers while helping to return BPL to fiscal health. They're also expected to help BPL explore avenues to address its pension obligations.
Our integrated strategy will generate $87 million in annual savings for BPL. $43 million will be generated from eliminating costly rental generators. $13 million will be generated from structured legacy debt repayments. $15 million will be due to operational streamlining. $12 million will be attributed to increased reliability in New Providence and the Family Islands. And $4 million will come in from dividends related to the Bahamas Grid Company.
The Cat Island, Rumkey, and San Salvador MP also indicated that the measures will propel the Bahamas towards its ambitious energy goals by 2030, while paving the way for hundreds of jobs to be created in the process.
BTVI has already begun training young Bahamians to enter the renewable energy sector in preparation for this growth. 1,000 jobs will be created during the construction phase of the reform process, and hundreds of permanent jobs will emerge in operations and maintenance. Our energy future is bright, and it is built on the pillars of renewable energy, modern infrastructure, enhanced efficiency, and improved resilience.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
And new at 11, Minister of Energy and Transport, the Honourable Jobeth Colby Davis, anticipates Bahamians everywhere will learn the details of the government's new energy reform plan. During her appearance on tonight's edition of The Rundown with Clint Watson on the ZNS News Network, she revealed that Bahamas is the only Caribbean country that still owns its energy sector. With that in mind, the Energy Minister emphasizes how a new energy sector prepares the country for technological changes which evolve at the speed of light.
Even the batteries that we started with using energy storage battery systems, they've changed dramatically over the last 5 to 10 years. And so the policy is supposed to change every 5 years. From 2013, nothing happened. So you have a Ministry of Energy that's tackling energy transformation and trying to bring modernization, transformation, resiliency to your country.
And the Davis administration is relying on private partnership and public feedback for energy success. Energy officials have received support from other government ministries and the Utilities Regulation and Competition Authority. Public consultation began earlier this evening with a meeting at St. John's College here in the capital, with the next public discussion taking place in Grand Bahama tomorrow.
Everyone who wants to have an opportunity gets to see it, gets to share, gets to ask questions to understand why is my government doing this? Why did you choose this fuel over that fuel? Why are you focusing on solar as opposed to wind? It helps you to understand why we are making the necessary decisions that we are making and why it's going to be beneficial in the long run.
Confidence is not gifted but earned, the notion upon which Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honourable Philip Davis, today applauded his administration's latest feat. The International Monetary Fund's decision to up the Bahamas' growth forecast this year, albeit marginally, from 1.7 to 1.8% this year, and from 1.6 to 1.7% next year. It's a welcome revision in the face of economic uncertainty, trade disruptions, and inflationary pressures. As the Prime Minister shared in the House of Assembly this morning, in a world where many nations have seen their forecasts downgraded, the Bahamas stands apart.
We are among the few countries that have earned an upward revision. This is a marker not only of international recognition, but of the clear-eyed, hard-nosed, deliberate economic management we have insisted on. Some doubted this would be possible. Some said the hole was too deep, the institutions too weak, the political courage too rare. They scoffed at the ambition of our fiscal reforms, questioned the viability of our energy agenda, and ridiculed our insistence on national development that is both inclusive and modern. But, Madam Speaker, here we are.
The IMF's review coming just weeks after international credit rating agency Moody's upgraded its outlook for the Bahamas from stable to positive for the first time in nearly 20 years. Fitch, a leading provider of credit ratings, followed suit. But while noting such achievements fly in the face of cynics, the Prime Minister stressed that growing confidence is by no means limited to the corridors of the IMF or Moody's, but expanded capital markets, the continued strength of tourism and construction, and the investment decisions of domestic and international businesses.
The Minister of Economic Affairs is currently in Washington, D.C. at the IMF and World Bank spring meetings. There, he's engaging directly with global financial institutions, building new partnerships, and reinforcing our international position as a stable, responsible, and progressive economy. These engagements are not ceremonial, they are strategic. They position the Bahamas to access the financing, support, and alliances needed for our future resilience.
While Opposition Shadow Minister for Finance and East Grand Bahama MP Kwesi Thompson says he's pleased the country's economic outlook hasn't been downgraded, he contends that the IMF's recent revision of the Bahamas' projected economic growth is still nothing to celebrate. In fact, he cautioned the government against growing complacent.
Yes, I am pleased that we were not downgraded, but I am not satisfied, because we need to have more economic growth. We need to have economic growth that is far higher than 1.8%. We need it because you have those persons who are coming out of school. We need it also to continue to bring the unemployment level down. We need it to bring the cost of living down. So we cannot be satisfied with 1.8% growth.
Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Economic Affairs, Wade Watson, says he's not surprised by the opposition members' pessimism, and he cautioned them against betting against the country.
It's not all that we want, but you can see the trajectory of our country from an economic and financial standpoint. So, you know, keep watching Kwesi Thompson, the member for East Grand Bahama. You're going to see significant improvement, and I encourage him as a Bahamian to get on board and stop being a naysayer.
Meantime, the country's debt conversion project for marine conservation, recognized internationally as the Environment, Social and Governance, or ESG Deal of the Year. ESG has been evolving in financial markets over the past 6 years and is something investors and other stakeholders consider. Accepting the award on behalf of the Bahamas Economic Affairs Minister, Senator the Honorable Michael Halkitis, who left IMF World meetings in Washington for New York.
This was awarded at the Latin America Bond Awards 2025, an awards program celebrating the leading names in the Latin American debt capital market. This award is an industry recognition of the Bahamas' leadership in designing innovative financing solutions to further climate resilience objectives, and honors the country's dedication to both ocean conservation and sound fiscal management.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight at 11. More news in just a moment.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Well, what you doing here?
I dig in the well to connect to the house I'm building for me and Mavis.
Why you just don't call water and sewage?
Call them for what?
To get your city water. You don't have to worry about your water cutting off when the power cut off. And your water's clean and safe, free from coliform bacteria.
Cauliflower what?
Call us at 302-5500 to make the switch from well water to city water for a more fresh, reliable water supply for you and your family.
Here at Immigration Care Service, you can trust us, especially if you have experienced issues or problems with the U.S. immigration at the borders. We'll do our best to provide options and solutions to immigration roadblocks, so travelers can continue visiting the U.S. and residents can continue living their lives in the U.S. without worries. The best part? Our services are affordable and accessible. Take the mystery, confusion, and fear out of your immigration concerns. Contact Immigration Care Service today.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, where safety is first.
Following a spike in confirmed measles cases globally, local health officials have gone on the offensive, targeting communities in the hopes of reducing the occurrence and educating parents on the need for signing off on children being vaccinated. Lloyd Allen has the details.
Have recognized the rise in the number of cases of children not receiving the necessary immunization shots. As a result of this, a campaign is now being launched to correct those cases.
The United States confirmed just over 800 cases of measles this year, and the alert concerning these numbers have been documented.
Health and Wellness Minister, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, insists that coupled with less than desirable vaccination numbers in country, there is reason for concern.
Many of the confirmed cases of measles in the United States, they have direct flights to the Bahamas, and the possibility of imported cases is now high. Secondly, the country's measles, mumps, and rubella immunization rates are just under 85%, which makes us very vulnerable as a nation.
The Pan American Health Organization country representative, Dr. Eldona Boyson, is also supporting an increase in vaccination efforts.
Much closer to home, at the end of last year, 2 cases in Bermuda, 2 cases in Turks and Caicos Islands. And just last week, 2 cases in Belize. And they're investigating, they may find more.
The fear now on a possible case in the Bahamas which could have fatal consequences. Acting Director of the Department of Public Health, Dr. Philip Swan, shares how they're approaching the issue with tourism stakeholders.
The communication will go out to the Bahamas Hotel Association, just for them to be aware of that. You know, these are some of the things they may want to be a little more vigilant with their guests.
Regarding national vaccinations, officials have decided to launch a local door-to-door and community campaign to combat outlying cases, along with efforts to take place at schools. Nurse Gina Rose explains what parents need to know.
So parents, as you see the consent forms come home with your child, please sign them, and so that we can provide that service as we appear at the schools.
We have specific information on the forms as to what vaccines you are approving your child to receive, and we are not persons who will go against your wishes, because again, at the penalty of persecution.
Now, beyond those efforts by health officials, they are hoping that parents too understand the importance of why these immunization shots are so critical. Reporting from the Ministry of Health for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Thanks, Lloyd. The Davis administration is touting the highly anticipated reopening of the Blue Hill Road Clinic as another important achievement along its efforts to improve the nation's healthcare sector. Corville Pyfrom reports that this reopening represents less of a makeover and more of a reset.
Before shutting its doors and undergoing a major transformation, the Blue Hill Road Clinic, which is more than 100 years old, had fallen into a state of disrepair. Not a place for healthcare professionals to work, and definitely the place was no longer fit to see patients. Its reopening Wednesday, says Prime Minister Davis, is a lifeline for healthcare in the country.
We are making steady progress as we turn the page on the healthcare failures of the past and move toward a healthier future.
This newly renovated clinic at this particular site, we can see families and children receiving care, comprehensive services, child and adult immunization, including digital record searches, health education sessions, and international travel health clinic services.
And according to the Prime Minister, his administration has a lot more work to do to improve the sector.
We must continue pushing forward to deliver on our ambitious agenda to transform healthcare in this country. We have no choice. To leave our healthcare system in the same deplorable condition as we met when we took office would be unethical and shameful.
The significance of what this clinic means to this community not overshadowed in this very special moment either. Area MP Wade Watson.
I want to thank you, Dr. Davel, and the Cabinet of the Bahamas for upgrading this historic Blue Hill Road clinic, which is severely needed in our twin communities of Baines and Grantstown.
The Blue Hill Road Clinic has just not been refurbished or repaired. It has been transformed to deliver modern, state-of-the-art care. This is just the latest of dozens of clinics to be modernized to provide 21st century healthcare services.
The clinic will be able to see patients from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom.
Thanks, Corvell. Eugene Stewart has a look at what's coming up in sports tonight. Eugene?
The lucky number 7 playing a major role for the success story of Bahamas Aquatics. Details of that story and more up ahead in sports.
We're here at the Nassau Village Community Center project, where over the past 17 months, we've hired over 20 Bahamian subcontractors to bring this beautiful project to fruition.
I've been living in Nassau Village for more than 19 years, and to see a project like this bring great joy and pride to me.
This state-of-the-art multi-purpose community center will serve as a crime-fighting initiative in the community, also help with the education of our kids in this community, and a hurricane shelter.
Yeah, and it also shows what we as Bahamians can achieve when we work hand in hand with each other.
We have the technical know-how, and we can pretty much deliver on any project here in the Bahamas or in the world.
Bahamas Stripe and the Bahamian Company, they prove that they believe in Bahamians.
Based on the outcome of this project, I don't think they're disappointed in giving a small person an opportunity to do a job such as this.
The more opportunity they get, the more opportunity we will get.
If you look around and see the work done so far, it just shows what we as Bahamians can do.
Congratulations to the Bahamian Carifta track and field and swim teams from the sponsors of the ZNS Radio and TV Carifta Update.
Welcome to your Wednesday evening sports check, everyone. I'm Eugene Stewart. Well, Team Bahamas making some big waves down in Trinidad and Tobago. And in case you missed their gold medal performance, our Shane Stubbs was poolside and files this report.
Team Bahamas continues to be the benchmark of junior aquatics in the region on the 4th and final night of the 38th Carifta Aquatics Championships. They put the finishing touches on a magical run over 4 days of competition, finishing ahead in the standings with 979 points. Jamaica finished second with 795.5 points, and the host country Trinidad and Tobago finishes third with 735 points. As for the medal count, Team Bahamas finished with a total of 74 medals, 27 gold, 23 silver, and 24 bronze. On the night, Sienna Campbell and Dexter Russell continued their winning ways, with Campbell taking gold in the 11-12 girls 400-meter free and Russell in the 50-meter free.
It's kind of funny that I keep on winning the first gold. I was very happy. That's one of my best events, so I was very proud of myself for winning that.
It feels good. I know it's all in God's plan that I didn't get the record, so hopefully I get it tonight in the relay, because I'm going first in the relay, so hopefully I get it. I know I train hard for this. I know it made my country proud, it made myself proud.
In the 11-12 girls 100-meter breaststroke final, Isabella Monroe added another gold medal to the count, with Campbell following with a bronze medal.
I'm happy that I see my father and family proud. I didn't put too much pressure on myself, and I was just trying my best to get first.
Kamea Saunders added gold, while Isabella Cucurulo snagged silver in the 13-14 girls 100-meter backstroke, while David Ching and Alexander Murray both added silver and bronze medals on the 13-14 boys breaststroke final. And team captain Caden Wells ends his Carifta journey winning gold in the 15-17 boys final.
And in the race, I didn't want to go too fast because I wanted some energy to bring it back. So I just decided to keep with the pack and also just leave them behind coming back.
Yeah, I felt really good about that race. I was telling myself before I got him on the block, I was like, don't kill yourself on the first 50, but you got to take it out fast.
The icing on the cake for Team Bahamas came in the 11-12 boys 200-meter freestyle relay. Dexter Russell, Dakari Cooper, Mateo Knowles, and Kai Bastian would set a new Carifta record in the time of 1 minute, 48.78 seconds. Team Bahamas would also come away with 3 silver medal finishes in those relays, first in the 11-12 girls division, as well as the 13-14 girls and boys division.
This team is outstanding. Swimming in Bahamas has really come a long way. And, we're already talking about 8 straight. The team management, the physios, all of the coaches. Everything was put in place for these swimmers to do well.
And that's going to put a cap on things here at the 38th Annual Carifta Aquatics Championships in Trinidad and Tobago. Team Bahamas gets their 7th straight title at these games, and now they've got their eyes set on magic number 8. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Shane Stubbs.
Our Bahamian track stars also returning to the capital last night from Trinidad and Tobago with a warm welcome from loved ones. Our Charles Fisher tells us more in this report.
Now, despite a late arrival, a huge crowd turning up to welcome the second-place finishers back home, all excited that the athletes made it home safe. Among them was the country's #1 sports fan, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis. Hugs and kisses from family members and well-wishers, and nothing like a Bahamian junk canoe. One of the stars of the games, Egan Neely, draped in his gold medals from the 200, 400, and both relays. A short ceremony held in the square where the Prime Minister was gifted a team autographed jersey.
I am so proud of you that when and our hearts were thumping as you ran, as you jumped, and as you threw. And you made us all very, very proud. I'm your #1 fan, and I will continue to be your #1 fan. And as long as I am where I am, you can depend on me to ensure that you will be given all the opportunity that there is for you to be whatever you wish to be and to live up to your full potential. I noticed that what our athletes did, I don't know if anyone noticed it, and when they went to participate, they always acknowledged God.
The Prime Minister also with good news for Bahamas track and field.
I have ordered and is on the boat coming to Nassau 6 8-lane tracks to be installed, 2 on the Family Islands, 3 here in New Providence, so that clubs, track clubs, and schools will have have different venues in which to practice.
Congrats to Team Bahamas. Well deserved. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
And that's been your Wednesday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Eugene Stewart. Stay tuned. We've got weather when we return.
Congratulations to the Bahamian Carifta track and field and swim teams from the sponsors of the ZNS Radio and TV Carifta Update.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best-kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
You've got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rentokil Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rentokil Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
It's time now for a weather check with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Royston. Well, the dry conditions continue with us, but that will be short-lived as we do have an upper-level trough that's heading our way, and that could change things a bit. We can expect some increasing cloudiness tonight. And even some showers developing late, and if you're lucky, we're going to get 1 or 2 thunderstorms in the mix as well. As you can see on our live weather radar, we have a little echo right out there just to the east of the Bahamas. That all will be moving towards the west, and as we get close to the sunrise time, you'll perhaps see some showers and thunderstorms developing. Now, your temperatures around the islands, 72 in Marshall, Babaco, Green Turtle, Key, and in Freeport, Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands at 75 degrees. Allenstown, Bimini, 78 degrees, 76 in Fresh Creek, Central Andros. Camp Space on Andros, Black Point, Exuma at 77. Over now to Cat Island, they have 75 degrees, also San Salvador and Rum Key. Georgetown, Exuma, 2 degrees up at 77 degrees. And Ragged Island, Cloud Sound, Long Island, and Crooked Island, 76 degrees. Betsy Bay, Maguana, Ackland, 75. Matchitown, Unigo, 79. And the Turks and Caicos Island also reporting 79 degrees. And our satellite pictures are showing that upper-level trough producing some cloudiness over central Florida, some of that being advected towards us as well. So we will see those clouds increasing, as I said earlier, and that will produce some late-night showers and thunderstorms as well. Forecast, mostly cloudy, windy, a thunderstorm in spots late tonight with a low temperature around 73 degrees. And tomorrow we are looking at partly sunny, windy with a couple of thunderstorms, particularly during the late morning hours. The high temperature climbing up to 80 degrees. And the extended weather forecast looking like this. Few showers and thunderstorms in the mix through Thursday, but come Friday, we'll see lots of sunshine back in the forecast, taking it through the weekend and into the early part of next week. With those daytime temperatures, still not too bad, but we'll see a slight uptick in temperatures as we head into the early part of next week. Temperatures getting up into the mid-80s, and your nighttime temperatures, they will remain comfortable, and the moderate to fresh breeze that will keep things nice and comfortable over the next several days. Royston.
That sounds very good, nice and comfortable for the rest of the week. Well, that's going to do it for the Bahamas tonight at 11. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. Thank you for watching, and good night.
At Tonic Williams Darling Highway, I'm Tijaro Hudson. This is ZNS.
What dog did he